So come Monday morning, 10 a.m., I'm giving Saddam and his 2 sons 48 hours to get out of Dodge, okay?
Director Oliver Stone and George W. Bush are poles apart politically. So when Republicans heard that he was making a movie about the president, they must have feared the worst.
You know, I hope, I don't want to sound like I haven't made no mistakes. Yeah, I'm confident I have.
And while W does play up some of the worst aspects of Bush's character, like his mauling of the English language...
You fool me once, shame on you. Don't fool me twice, and you can't get fooled again.
Josh Brolin portrays him as a man who, throughout his life, has sought the approval of his father and often came up short.
What are you cut out for? Partying, chasing tail, driving drunk? I got it. Who do you think you are? A Kennedy? You're a Bush.
Oliver Stone, known as a guy pushing an agenda in a lot of his movies, JFK. So I was expecting a lot of a harsher portrait of George W. Bush, but it's actually quite sympathetic.
I read in the paper that you're running for Congress.
Yes, ma'am, I am. And I don't believe in forcing myself.
I think there's charming aspects to him. I think there's sad aspects to him. Like any life, very human. And I think that was the point, or at least that was my point. Human with major comedic element.
Karl Rove, for many years Bush's key advisor, isn't so complimentary. He says it's laughable to suggest that the president's actions were driven by a dysfunctional relationship with his dad. The White House refuses to comment on the film, but moviegoers gave me their judgment.
I thought it was excellent. I thought it was very nonpartisan. I thought it was a fair assessment of Bush as a person and as a president.
Although I'm not a big Bush fan. He came off as pretty sympathetic, and I thought the whole thing was kind of pathetic, actually.
Stone suggests that Bush prays with his cabinet after making key decisions and calls Vice President Cheney boss. So how accurate can it be?
We're dramatists. We're not making a documentary or a history. This is not that. This is a dramatization in 2 hours of his life. So we take these things that they said in a public way and we have to put it into a private context. We go behind closed doors.
The Bush life story is still a work in progress. And who knows, it may end up boosting his dismal poll ratings in his final months in office. Ian Woods, Sky News, Washington.